It's muffed. A rough fantasy year. The data has a lot to say about it. Muffed!
Terry McLaurin finished 2025 as the number 56 wide receiver in total PPR scoring, but the number 35 wide receiver in PPR per game among players who suited up at least 6 times. That gap tells you everything. This wasn't a decline. This was a player who got muffed by his own body. After a summer-long contract standoff ended with a 3-year, $96 million extension just before week 1, McLaurin played 10 games and missed 7 with a quad injury that first popped up on a diving catch against the Raiders in week 3, re-aggravated in week 8 against the Chiefs, and finally stabilized in week 13. Add in Jaden Daniels missing significant time, a quarterback room that rotated through Daniels, Marcus Mariota, and Josh Johnson, and Washington collapsing to 5-12, and you get career lows across the board: 38 catches, 582 yards, 3 touchdowns. A 5-year, 1,000-yard streak snapped. Now let's dig into the numbers, because when McLaurin was on the field, the per-snap player was still very much there. But the weekly output was boom or bust, not a steady floor. His average target share was 23%, and his average share of the team's air yards was a massive 37%. That's alpha number 1 receiver usage, not a faded veteran's workload. His average depth of target hit a career high, he averaged just under 10 yards per target, and his total receiving expected points added came in at plus 31.8 across only 10 games. Genuinely elite efficiency. The separation numbers back it up: 2.35 yards of average separation and yards after catch above expectation of plus 0.46. The problem for fantasy managers was an 11.4 points per game floor on a touchdown or bust profile. Strip out his 2 best outings, 22.6 against the Broncos and 15.9 at the Giants, and 7 of his 10 games came in under 12 points. He cleared 15 PPR exactly twice. Steady floor receiver, this was not. The play that captures the season is the 56-yarder against the Raiders in week 3. Third quarter, Commanders already up 27-10. Mariota launches it deep left. McLaurin tracks it, hauls it in, and dives for the pylon. And that dive is the one that started the quad injury that wrecked his year. A 56-yard chunk worth plus 4 expected points added. The kind of coverage tilting explosive play that defines what he is when healthy, and the exact moment his season turned. That's 2025 in one snap. The talent never left. The availability did. Muffed! McLaurin finished as the number 56 wide receiver in total scoring and the number 35 in per game scoring, a lost year driven by a quad injury that cost him 7 games, not any drop in play. The one real on-field concern, just 3 touchdowns on 60 targets despite a 37% air yards share, a thin red zone conversion rate for a receiver getting that kind of downfield volume. That's Terry McLaurin's 2025.
One quick note, if you want this same treatment for every player on your fantasy roster every week, head to muff.ai and we'll build you a custom weekly show. That's the wrap.